In a digital age where hundreds of millions of ebooks are bought from sites like Amazon every year, there's an unexpected connection growing between younger Americans and their local libraries. According to a new report by the American Library Association, Gen Z and Millennials are visiting public libraries at a higher rate than older generations. 54% of people aged 13 to 40 have visited a public library in the past year. That rate is slightly higher for Black and Hispanic younger Americans. President of the American Library Association, Emily Drabinski, joins us now. So, Emily, what explains this?
I think there are a lot of explanations for why younger Americans are visiting their libraries. I think it has a lot to do with how much libraries have to offer. We're not only sites for books, but also sites for various programming and classes, and just a space, as one of the informants says in the report, spaces to vibe, to get together and see each other. You know, you can come to the library and check out a book about coding. You can then learn how to code, and then you can use library resources and services to become an entrepreneur with your coding skills that you develop.
So has growing up in the digital age impacted this younger generation and their relationship with libraries?
I think so. You know, the younger generation's digital life is not new or different, and ebooks have always been around for them. And, you know, ebooks, as soon as they became available, libraries adopted them quickly. We're early adopters of technology. And I think one of the things the report makes clear is that there's an interest in both electronic and digital materials as well as print books. It's notable, I think, that the print materials are very popular among youth, and you can see the connection between the print book and a book talk or an Instagram reel when youth and younger adults want to share the print materials on their digital platforms. There's a real variety of ways of accessing information at the library.
So many cities are facing budget constraints. So what is the impact of cutting service hours to the public libraries on these groups?
Oh, it can be devastating. You know, in New York City, which is where I'm based, you can see the impact almost immediately. The budget cuts that facing the libraries are closing them on Sundays. And you think about the impact of that on working people and on families, on young families, since you've got a generation of people having children of their own and needing to access the libraries on the weekends, and that's becoming harder and harder. So all of the access to not just books, but also programming, story times for people who are different from you. You know, the library as a space is so crucial, and that comes out in the report as well. And closing off access to that on the weekends or on any days of the week is just devastating.
Just in the final few seconds, doesn't it seem remarkable to you that with all this access to technology, people are still so hungry for that in-person, person-to-person connection?
It doesn't surprise me. I love people. Don't you love people?
They love you back.
Ask a person for a little bit of advice about how to read a book or talk to a friend or meet someone. You know, and I think as much as technology is sort of seamlessly, in every single part of our lives and experiences, at the end of the day, libraries are spaces where people get together, come together, and that kind of social interaction is as important for young people as it is for anyone. And the library is one of the places where you can do that best.
Emily Drabinski, thank you so much for bringing us that new reporting.